nevertheless, a good week. We've had to endure some difficult weather that we've navigated very well with the facilities at our disposal. So we've been able to prepare in a fairly normal fashion and get ready for what could possibly be classed as one of the games of the season, of course. New York City team coming into Titans in good form, in a good position in the league, and of course, very capable, and maybe with one of the most efficient front lines in the league. So tough encounter, but hopefully we're ready for it.
We'll start with Drake Hills from the Tennessee end. Go ahead, Drake.
You mentioned it just there, Gary, just how good New York's defense is, but of course, what you guys have done over the past season and a half, you have your own reputation. But of course, as you mentioned as well, the departures to the national team, and one of those is Walker. I'm curious, as you were preparing for this game, what is the identity of Nashville's backline? What is the identity when Walker is not in the side?
I think you've seen already that there have been numerous players when we've had omissions, and it's not just Walker, of course. With Alistair Johnson away, who would be classed as one of maybe our starting players. There have been numerous individuals that have come in and fulfilled a very, very efficient role for the team. And in fact, when I look back at the Gold Cup and the fixtures that we had across that period of time, the points haul for us with those players away, including, of course, Godoy, it couldn't have been more competitive. So in terms of, a dynamic of the team, what does the group look like? I mean, I don't think we skip a beat. Of course, we miss Walker's aerial dominance and personality. Every team would. There's not too many Walkers out there, so it's difficult to replace that type of personality. But I have every confidence in the guys that we have in our group. We have a strong roster. We have players that are experienced. They've seen these situations before, and in some cases, of course, have played against the teams that we're running into. So there'll be all sorts of different reasons why some of our squad players that will feature in this game will look forward to it. And as I've said, I have every confidence in what we're capable of achieving here.
We'll go with Tim Sullivan for Club and Country. Tim, you're on with Coach.
Hey, Gary, when you have to practice on the turf field, how does that affect what you're able to do and how you're able to prepare for obviously a surface that you're very familiar with this weekend?
Well, the movement onto the turf field was because of the way that the weather has gone this week. But it's only the introductory work to save the surface up on the grass field. We're getting the majority of our work done on that field anyway, and we have done. I think we had one day this week where we missed out on the grass, which was very early in the week. So I've got no issues with that, nor have the guys. I think we want to do our very utmost to try and keep the surface as decent as possible, so that when we do go into our prep work and larger scale stuff, we are feeling and looking at something that is going to replicate and have the same dynamics as it will tomorrow night. So we've got no problems. I've got no issues, nor have the players. It's a matter of trying to utilise the facilities to the best possible nth.
Go ahead, Ben Wright. Go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, Gary, you mentioned obviously 4 guys who are on international duty. We saw Matt and Dax both unavailable last week. Could you just give an update on squad health and where everybody stands?
We are at full health, other than the guys that are away for international duty. Everyone else is available. Everyone else is ready for selection and in a position to take part in the game to whatever degree I deem necessary. And, we've had some good work, as I said, this week. We've looked at a couple of different things towards a very, very bright and a confident front line. And we're very respectful of that. But I think we'd all agree that our home form has served us well. And hopefully the team I put out there will continue that vein.
We'll go back to Drake Hills. Go ahead, Drake.
Yeah, not just in the sense for this game, but just in the immediate future for you guys. I'm curious, as you guys continue to learn more about Aki Loba, is he someone that you're seeing a little bit more of in terms of versatility, where he can fit with how you guys play, whether it's not just centrally, but anywhere up front? Is that what you're seeing, or is he strictly just playing through the middle for you?
Every day that goes by is another good day for Ake. You know, he's warm into the group. I know I've said this before. He's building relationships, and most importantly, he's gaining fitness and confidence in his own physical ability. And that for me is the key component at this point. When I've looked at him, whether it's on the field and the moments that he's come into games, or in training, of course, a little bit closer quarters, it becomes more and more apparent that he is very versatile, very capable, and his understanding and appreciation of what he's being asked is at a very high level. So as we move along the line here, I would expect to see more and more of Ake, more and more minutes. And my hope is, of course, by the time we enter into this final quarter of the season, we're starting to see an individual that can play a much bigger role and a much bigger part in what we're able to achieve this year.
We'll wrap it up with Tim Sullivan. Go ahead, Tim.
You mentioned a little bit about New York City earlier and the run of form that they're on. What is it about their team that has made them such a tough out for squads, especially lately?
Well, when you look at the best teams in any league, Tim, you're talking about a group of players that are capable in so many different areas. Yes, they've got an extremely capable front line, a centre forward who's in wonderful form, if not the best form in the league at the moment in Castellanos. He has terrific talent and technical ability, creative ability around him. They have multiple bodies that can fulfill those roles. They have strength coming off the bench. But alongside that, and maybe the foundational pieces of that, you know, in guys like Parks and Sands, and I know Sands will be missing, but, you know, when you look at some of the players they have around as a structural group to help not only support that front line, but offer a different physical dimension, they've got everything you need. You know, they are one of the best teams in this division. I think they themselves would question whether they're quite at the level of New England at the moment. And I think only points on the board would separate them. Of course, that's everything. But on any given day, I think we could safely say that New York and New England are fighting it out for the two very best groups in this Eastern Conference. It's our opportunity to challenge that. You know, our home form's been decent. Players are in a confident place. We've got some changes, of course, but as I've said, I'm confident in our group. And this is a wonderful challenge for us. We want to pit ourselves against the very best in the league. We've shown that we're capable of performing against those top teams. And this is just another one of those challenges.
Yeah, Joe, just as Matt had said, you alluded to having those clean sheets there. When you go up against a team like New York, when you look at them, what comes to mind in terms of when you're studying their attack? And then the second part is when Walker isn't in the side for you guys in that back line right in front of you. Can you compare the difference between when he is and when he is not?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, New York City is a really good attacking team, a good team in general. You know, they've proven this year that they can score goals. They have one of the league's top goal scorers in their team. So it'll be a tough test for sure, but something that we've done well all year and last year even is keep clean sheets and defend well. So not having Walker here, obviously it's a big loss. You know, he's not only an excellent soccer player, but he's, you know, got those leadership qualities that are invaluable to a team. But that being said, we've dealt with missing players at times this year on several occasions, and the next guy stands up. And, I don't think that we'll have a problem filling his void, because we have a lot of good players on the team who, are more than capable of doing the job.
We'll go next to Tim Sullivan. And as a reminder, if you do have a question, please utilize the raised hand function in the chat. Go ahead, Tim.
Hey, Joe. First of all, congratulations on the birth of the little one. Congratulations on an outstanding mustache as well. But to get to the matter at hand here, when you guys only have a handful of home games left to close out the year, and you're going to be on the road quite a bit, how do you, I guess, kind of savor what has been an important venue for you guys to find success?
I mean, we just need to take full advantage of it. We know that we don't have a lot of home games left. We've been really good at home. Probably dropped more points than we would have liked, but because of that, we need to take full advantage. We understand that we have a road heavy remainder of the schedule, so we need to take advantage while we can. We need to win these games. It's 3 points or nothing for us at this point, as far as home games go, because, especially against a team like New York City, when they're really close to us in the standings. This is a huge game. It's a 6-pointer, as people like to say. So we know what we've done in the past at home, so we just need to continue to keep doing the same things.
We'll go back to Ben Wright, and then we'll go to Drake Hills. Go ahead, Ben.
Yeah, Joe, you alluded to Castellanos earlier as one of the top goal scorers in the league. What specifically have you seen from him this season, and what goes into your preparation this week, knowing that you're going to face him? Does anything change, or is it business as usual on your end?
I mean, not a lot changes, to be honest. We face a lot of good strikers in the league. So Castellanos he's an all-around player. He can finish really well. He's got some speed. He's good with his feet. He brings a lot to the table for sure. But like I said, we face a lot of good strikers in this league. So as far as preparation goes, it's pretty much just business as usual.
Go ahead, Drake.
Ben asked my question, so I'll hold back.
We'll go to Tim Sullivan for Club and Country. Go ahead, Tim.
Yeah, Joe, I don't know if you'd consider yourself a keeper known for your distribution or not, but certainly Saturday afternoon, you got, I believe, the first assist of your MLS career. What does it mean, to be able to contribute on both ends of the field, even if it's not going to be your kind of go-to characteristic?
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to get the assist. It was kind of, end of the game, dead time, really. It's a cool little thing to have, on my stat sheet, I guess. But the most important aspect was winning in Atlanta. So, I'm more happy about keeping a clean sheet there and getting 3 points in a difficult environment than anything.